to one of the devotionals for this week is to read this passage. I think it's even for tomorrow. What's interesting here about this passage is that after Christ heals him and this untouchable man receives a touch from Christ, after he receives a touch, Christ says, shh, don't tell anybody what I just did. Now, it's natural for me, it is exciting to us when something big happens in our life, we want to tell everybody, we want to show everybody, look how God has blessed me, look at this thing. But Christ says, don't tell anyone. But you know what he did? He went and told. Specific instructions were don't tell anyone. The specific instructions were go and show the minister, priest, show them what has happened, where you've been cleaned. He said the third thing is to go and do according to the offerings of Moses. Those were the three things that he told him to do. And of the three things that he was told to do, he didn't do any of them. He instead took it by logic, took it by reason, and said, I've been healed. Let me go and share it. Let me go and tell it with everyone. And that seems like a good thing to do, except for the fact that Christ said, don't tell anyone. And because he told, the word about Christ got out all over town. Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? It's a challenge to Christ's ministry, and it prevents him from continuing in the towns that he was already in because of disobedience. We've got to be careful that we're not allowing our will and our direction and our way to dictate to Christ how we're going to do things. We talk about the Lord being our shepherd, and we don't allow him to shepherd our lives. But he says, don't tell anyone. And because he told the story of what Christ had done, because he's going around showing everybody what Christ had done to him and in his body before it was time, now it says that the ministry of Christ has been hindered and he can no longer minister in those towns, and he had to go outside to the deserted places. Let's be clear this morning. Sometimes we say, I got something going on, but I don't want to tell you yet because I don't want to jinx it. This is not a jinx. This is called disobedience. This is not a jinx. This is not just spilling the beans. This is disobeying Christ. He says, I know what I'm doing. I'm in control. I'm the one who can heal you when nobody else can, but you must obey what I am telling you to do.